What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video we talk about Amazon FBA automation, and we talk about the highs and the lows of stores. So I'm going to show you an example store and how it's been going in this video, and I'll talk about a lot more, including how it got started and how you can get started too using this particular business model. So I'm super fired up for this video. I hope you're fired up. Let's do this. All right, so before we get into the screen share for how this particular store is doing, let's again quickly recap what's been going on. And I'm going to be fast and furious with this summary. First and foremost, we ungated the store in grocery. We started up the store, obviously. And then we just source products. We put a bunch of products on here that are going to sell to age the store. Now, the primary goal of phase one is to age the store, and that typically takes anywhere between 4 to 6 months. And the reason for that is we don't want to go in guns blazing and have Amazon shut down our store just like it shuts down all the drop shipping stores. We want this store to last a very long period of time. So we pick products that are going to sell fast, furious, and sometimes that means low margins, and sometimes that means break even profits until we get up on into the higher months. And then we start to branch out and really offer products that can give us the kind of profit that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the screen share and show you what's happened on this. Now keep in mind, if you want to either do one of these stores yourself and or have my team do it for you, my email is below. And I also am launching a brand new course on how to do this on your own. So make sure you email me below and I'll get you the details on that. That launches on Thursday, which is in a couple days. So let's go ahead and talk about how this store has been doing overall and the number of units that are selling daily for this store. We'll notice that on the 29th, which was a couple days ago, it looks like we had about 7 sales. And again, you'll notice that the profit is very low right now, and that's for one of many different reasons. First off, we are getting rid of the bunch of inventory that we bought in the early on months that just didn't work out. Because the fact is that you will buy inventory for these stores that just doesn't work out. And really what has to happen on that inventory is you need to clear it out at some point. Well, that point for this particular store is right now. So what that is going to mean is that you will not make as much profit on those particular units during that period of time. But that's all right, because the goal of this store is really to start churning out some money in the further months and to age the store for the time being. And I've shown you examples on how the age store does, and you've seen the profit margins. You see that it does extremely well. This store will no doubt reach that point, but it's going to be in the future. First off, we need to do the groundwork. We need to lay the foundation in order for this store to be able to flourish. And again, you'll see profit margins still there. They're still making some money. It's not making a heck of a lot of money, and it still has an ROI, but it's just not going to be that much. Now, the second reason that the profit margins are so low, as well as the ROI, is just that a lot of the products that we pick, we have not added that many new products here. And as a result, the new products are on the way to Amazon, but some of these old products, the number of sellers has increased. So what usually happens when number of sellers increase is that the price comes down. So as the sellers come up, the price comes down like this. As the number of sellers decrease, the price will go up. So it works both ways. And in this case, it just so happens that number of sellers have increased. But the one thing that you will also see is the number of sales per day has gone significantly up. It looks like on the 28th, there was at least 15 sales. 15 sales, but again, getting rid of products, like take this one for instance, lost 74 cents. Getting rid of a couple other products also lost some money, but this one namely lost 74 cents. Some of these other products, 24 cents, just because there was so many of them on hand and now the price has shot down. Altogether, not very promising on that particular product, but that will be the last time that product is ordered, and brand new products are en route to begin the whole testing phase again for those particular products, and then it's nothing more than rinse, repeat after that happens. And again, the other good thing about this store is the total number of units that we are now allowed to send in has significantly increased since we started. Now remember, as a brand new seller, you are only allowed to send in 1,000 units to Amazon. After those 1,000 units, then as you begin to sell more, Amazon takes something into consideration that they've developed themselves called an IPI, or Inventory Performance Index. Now, every single seller account has this index, and if you're at a certain level, it's not going to allow you to send in that much inventory. In fact, it penalizes you if you fall below a certain number, and it will reward you if you keep it above a certain number. And that's why on this particular account, because of the quickness and how fast products have been turning and selling, it's rewarded the account. Thus, its IPI is quite high, and it's increased the total number of units that it's allowed to send in. So I believe this store is on or around the 10,000 unit mark. And a lot of people might say like, Liz, I can't even afford to send in 10 units. Yeah, well, you need to get back to work if that's the case. If you cannot afford to even send in 10 units, and you need to get a JOB, people. But if you can send in more than 10 units, obviously 10,000 becomes very beneficial once the holidays roll around, because now you're set to be sitting pretty during the holiday season. So again, overall, this is a very gradual build for a store. It's not going to happen overnight, but the beautiful thing about this type of store is that it's going to live on for a long period of time, unlike a drop shipping store, which stands a chance of getting shut down. And in fact, I can almost guarantee will get shut down if you do choose that type of model. This particular model, on the other hand, will stand the test of time. I have a couple of drop shipping stores that have been open for now almost 13 years. And that's a long period of time. Within those 13 years, of course, I've had my run-in with suspensions. I've had my run-in with products getting shut down, getting letters from companies claiming trademark infringement. But if you stick to the rules and you don't admit to doing the same thing wrong twice, Amazon will allow you to stay on the platform as long as you have a very good suspension expert on your side. And luckily for me, I've been around long enough to have that very guy on my side and to be able to help me combat almost anything Amazon throws my way, especially with this type of model store. Again, with drop shipping, while my guy can get help for you, the chances of him getting you back after a certain point are slim to none, particularly with all these brand new drop shipping violations, which will pretty much kill your ability to merchant fulfill, which is beneficial in the long run. So again, as you can see, the key thing about this is day in, day out, there's an increased number of sales. There's anywhere between 7 to 10 sales a day now. And if we go to the second page here, we'll have a look. Again, you can see these lost 59 cents, but these were products that we just needed to get rid of. For one reason or another, they started out looking like they'd be very profitable, but in the end, it turns out that they were just losing money. So right now I'm on page 2. You'll see there's quite a few of them, as well as this one right here. This one's losing about $1 per sale, which is fine because it's been sitting there for 2 months, and it's not good to allow a product to sit there. But again, you're never going to know if a product does well unless you send it in and you test it out. And that's why most of these, you want to send in when you first test a product, a very limited amount of products. You don't want to send in a huge amount of products. There's a lot of people that blow their entire load on one product just because that's the only product that they send in, which you don't want to do that. You want to send in a variety of SKUs, especially when you first start. So again, you'll notice very low margins, but the goal again is to raise those overall restock levels, and we've done a pretty solid job on this particular account. Now, if we go to the third page to just have a look at what else is going on, this one here looks like it was a return. That's unfortunate when you have a return that's that big. A lot of times those people will usually, they either ordered the wrong thing or they found it at another location much cheaper and then decided to return it, especially when you're spending almost $200 on canned beef, people. Who in the hell eats canned beef? I got a doodle here. Do you eat canned beef? Rough, no. Obviously, I'm not a ventriloquist, so you can tell that much by watching this video. Yeah, I know I'm ridiculous. Here's another one that lost a little bit of money, $4.14. But again, the name of the game right now is clearing out the products that did not sell during the testing phase, and then just trying to get the restock levels raised up. And that's pretty much it for the store. It's going at about a break-even pace for the month. It made a couple $100 last month. It's break-even this month. But really, this has been only the second full month of being able to sell. And as a result of that, we'll start to ramp up, and in the next couple months, still try to raise those inventory levels. And then we'll reach the point where we start to look more for profitability and a lot more SKUs, a wider variety of SKUs to send in, and then start to ramp up some profits. So that's it for this video. Again, questions and comments below. Also, my email is below in case you want to either find out about the course, the done with you option, and or the done for you option. I'm available to discuss any of those. I'll see you guys next time.